Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Strawberry Sundaes podcast. We got the man, myth, legend, GTA RP, but now Warzone specialist, Scouse Mouse. How you doing,
What's
fella?
happening? What's happening, gang? How are we? How are we, Harry?
You good?
You good, lad? I'm good. I'm fucking good.
Yeah, I'm very good, very good. Right, we'll go straight in. We will not waste any time here.
Let's
Um,
do it.
so we'll start off. Just give a bit of an introduction about yourself. What sort of games? I know, obviously, I just said there, but what sort of games you play? Behind the name, everything like
Well, I'll start off with the name, yeah.
that.
So, originally, my name that I had on my YouTube and my Twitch and all that was That Lad Brad, yeah, because obviously my name's Brad. And I was getting constantly hounded by people saying, have you copied the Rad Brad? He's a YouTuber or some shit, and he's a bit of a knob. So, I don't like him, right? I don't like his content. So I was like, no. So I got a bit pissed off with that. So I changed it, and I wanted something so people knew I was Scouse before they even came into the stream or watched the
Mm.
video. So I had to have Scouse in the name, and I sat there for days just thinking what rhymes with Scouse and what could be like picturized into a logo. So I just thought mouse, you know what I mean? And it just came from there.
Catchy as well. It sticks in your head,
It,
man.
it is. It apparently used to be a comic in the newspapers, like, so I didn't know that till some other geezer told me the other week. But yeah, that's where the name came from. And then just by myself, I just grew up gaming. You know what I mean? Like starting from a young age, I was playing stuff like Doom, Duke Nukem. Lived all the way through the Super Nintendo era. Yeah, I'm a granddad. The Mega Drive era. The PS1, right up PS2, PS3. I've played everything, mate. I'm a bit of a closet geek when it comes to gaming. Like, I'm a little scallywag, yeah. I'm a bit of a Johnhead, but behind closed doors, mate, I love anything geek. As you can see behind me, with our little Grogu there. I love Star Wars. I love Harry Potter. I love just anything geeky like that. You know what I mean? And it's the same with gaming. I'll play anything. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, I don't have a genre that I play. I'll play anything as long as it's good, basically.
Yeah. So I know recently your main focus has been Warzone, and
Well,
obviously GTA as well.
yeah. So when I started streaming, I was mainly just like a variety streamer, and it weren't really going anywhere. I was just doing it for fun. And then when Warzone dropped, I used to play Blackout, but I was shit on that, so we won't talk about that. But when Warzone came out, I thought I want to make a proper go at this, so I ordered my setup and stuff. And I've played Warzone from the start. I was originally a Warzone streamer,
Mm.
and then I remember we were just all getting bored of Warzone. One of the metas was crap or something like that. And we were all playing different games. So me and a couple of my IRLs, Joshy and Dan, we were playing Rust and on a role play server, and we were getting good views and stuff like that. It was getting a good feedback. I remember Jay messaging me and saying, "How much is Rust?" And I was like, I told him and stuff like that. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy it and play it with you." And then just randomly he decided to buy GTA. And I already had GTA, so he was like, "Have you got it? Get on it with me," sort of thing. You know what I mean? And then that's where the GTA craze came from. Like, we started on a few servers on roleplay, just doing what we do, terrorizing people and bullying people. And then I think Jay done a few clips that blew up massive, and all the Warzone scene have obviously seen them clips and gone, "Oh my god, that looks funny. Let's get on there."
Yeah.
So by that time, we were on that CMG, and everyone came over, and it was just the best 2 weeks of my life. Like, meeting all the people who I've worshipped on Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was madness, mate.
Yeah. Because from that, mate, I didn't even know GTA had like a roleplay server.
Yeah,
Like, I genuinely didn't know that they had it until I seen people like you, Jay, and that
yeah,
like just blowing up on Twitter. Like I've followed Jay for years through
yeah,
like COD and whatever, but all of a sudden, like, this GTA role plays come out, and like like you say, the clips are blowing up, and
yeah,
all then the bigger streamers are then getting involved. So for me, like, you guys have pretty much dragged a hell of a lot of the Warzone community to role play.
yeah.
Um, and then you've actually maintained that even when you've come back over to Warzone, like your communities and that. So
Yeah, that was the most like. I mean, I had a bit of a rough patch where I got banned from CMG, and a lot of my viewers were from CMG, and they wanted to watch me on CMG. So when I got banned, I took a big drop in my community, and I was like stuck. I was just thinking, what do we do? So I was trying different servers. I weren't getting the same feedback and stuff. I was just like, fuck this. And then we found this Manchester server, and we've been playing that, and we've been getting like. We've been having a laugh and having good streams, but it just weren't anything like what we did when we first started. So I just decided, you know what? I'm going to leave Jay with the GTA scene. I'm going to let him look after that because he's still smashing it. He's doing very well still. And I'm just going to go back to what I was doing before. I'm just going to go back to Warzone because I enjoy it, even though I hate it. Like, shit game, but I love it. So I just went back to Warzone. I still play GTA every now and then. I still get a lot in the chat. When are you going on GTA? When are you going on GTA? But I just love FPSs at the minute, so that's where I'm staying at the minute.
yeah, you're always going to get those people that come in that are based on the one game that will always ask, are you going back or whatever. But I think, like you say, the majority of your community is pretty much will watch you play anything, which I think
Yeah.
pretty impressive in its own sense. So we've obviously gone behind the name and stuff like that. So you were with L1 Gaming before.
Yeah.
And that's people that you're quite close with, isn't it?
Yeah. The
Shout
owner of
out
L1
L1.
Gaming. Yeah.
Very, very
Big up
good org,
L1.
man. Very
First
good.
ever
But
org. Never forget them. Family. Love them all.
I've never heard a bad word about them from anyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, especially in this sort of scene where it's a pretty toxic scene, it's
Yeah.
quite hard to do.
Yeah, it is.
So from an org perspective, that's pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
So let's go back to like the first ever gaming experience that you can remember. So you touched on it briefly
Yeah.
to start with, but if you want to go back to where like the first game, first console,
First game. 30 me, Harry. Fucking my head's battered here. Probably be. I think the first like proper game I played, obviously I was only young. I think it was Sonic the Hedgehog on the Mega Drive, like the old Sonic.
chasing the rings and that, innit?
Yeah. So it was that. And I just remember like being addicted to it like a little crackhead. Like, like my ma and my aunties and all my family used to always be like, he needs to get off them and get outside and kick a ball. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to be indoors, just playing on games and getting lost in games. So I used to just do that when I was a kid. So it was probably like Sonic, yeah, I'd say. First memory I've got of like video games where I was allowed to sit on my own without an adult watching me, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just leave me to it. But yeah.
So you said obviously you went like through the PlayStation, so you went PS1, PS2, PS3, etc.
Yeah.
When was it that you got like introduced to Call of Duty itself?
I've played every Call of Duty that's been out, I think. Yeah, the first online experience I had of Call of Duty was Call of Duty 2 on the Xbox 360, I think it was. Or it might have been Call of Duty 3, I can't remember. But it was so basic, but still one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Like, it was so good. And then obviously after Call of Duty 3 was Modern Warfare, and that was when it just revolutionised FPSs and as a
That
whole.
was COD 4,
Really.
wasn't it? COD 4.
Yeah, COD 4,
And then
Modern Warfare.
yeah. I'm awful with the titles and that.
Yeah.
No,
It
so
was,
I started around COD 4 as well, so I'm kind of the same.
yeah.
Yes, same sort of era.
The first online game I think I played like competitively was Counter-Strike. We didn't have the internet back then. Like one of my posh mates down the road had the internet. He had a PC and all that with Counter-Strike. So I used to play that before I played anything console related online, like Call of Duties and stuff.
So is that what kind of gave you the drive to play like your shooter games and that from
Yeah,
playing
probably was. Yeah,
CS:GO.
yeah, probably. It was just all new. I was like, wow, I'm shooting actual other players here. What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, especially when, you know, when you're younger and that, and you're playing those sorts of games, and it's like you get addicted straight away. I remember
Yeah,
COD 4, first jumping on COD 4, and it was like you're playing online and you're doing shit, and you think, oh yeah, you know, I'm not too good at this, but you end up playing 6 or 7 hours of it, and then
yeah.
you know
The
you get
next
your
day.
first couple of kill streaks, and then
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
just
You start
yeah
thinking you're the king then, and you start giving shit in the
yeah
game chat.
yeah
I remember the
plug your
first
mic in
time
and that.
you get your headset on and you just hear someone start giving shit, and you're going, adding your mic going, hey, there's people talking in here. There's people talking in here. Your mate's like, ah, what? Fuck off, is he?
See, I never really properly got mouth. I mean, everyone did, didn't they? But I never like properly got like deep into it. I mean, some of the
Yeah,
like the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, you'd get like you'd
I
be
was the king.
screaming at each other for 20 minutes.
I was
Like,
the king, mate. King of them lobbies, me. Oh, quick witted I am with the shout, mate. I was the king even then when I was a kid. Just to terrorise full grown men.
yeah, no, literally, like that was something that I couldn't like. I'm not quick enough. If someone says something to me, I'm not quick enough to come back at them. Like, so then I'm like, yeah, I'm just not for me, man.
I just yeet it, me. I just yeet it. Whatever's in my brain at the time just comes out my mouth. It's done. I actually remember there was one time when I was playing, I think it was Modern Warfare 2. I was playing hardcore, and one of my teammates killed me with a grenade. And then as soon as I spawned, he accidentally shot me. I was only about, can't remember what age I was when Modern Warfare 2 was out, but I started screaming down the mic, screaming at this lad on my team. And then I heard his mic on mute, and he goes, "What's happening, lads? Where are you from?" And I was like, shit. Sounds like a big scary scouser. Could be living around the corner. I was just fucking giving him shit. They just pooed me on these. I think I've still got him on me. He placed it. He added me as a friend because I just started arguing with him, and then he thought I was funny. And I think I've still got him as a friend on my PlayStation to this day.
That's crazy, man.
It was mad. I absolutely
Some
pooed
weird
myself.
friendships from back in the day.
Yeah, pooed myself. Thought he was gonna come and beat me up.
So we'll go back to sort of Warzone. So you say you've obviously been playing pretty much from the start.
hmm
Um, so what meta was that? Was that the M4 meta?
M4 meta, yeah.
Yeah, M4 and then MP5 was it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember RPGs and everything? RPG metas and C4s and all that. Fucking...
C4s and
You could yeet them across the map.
oh yeah, they were. I would rather get killed by a C4 getting thrown 50 yards across the map than what it is at the minute. But
Yeah,
yeah.
the meta up in
So
there, a mess.
that brings us to the next question.
Let's
The
go.
meta. Top three metas.
Top three metas in order, or shall I go third to first? First being best.
We'll go third to first.
Third to first is probably going to be. I don't want to say the M4 because I like the M4. That's going to be second, so I don't know for my third one. Probably Grau meta.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Grau meta. I just loved the eyesight, so I thought they were clean. Then probably the M4 meta because I still use the M4 to this day sometimes when I think I'm amazing at the game and just get pooed on by the current meta. And then the Kilo MP5 meta. I feel like the Kilo MP5 meta was the most balanced in terms of skill. Like you needed a bit of skill to use the Kilo, otherwise you'd just be pooed it. You had to hit every shot to kill with it, and I thought that was probably the best one.
Yeah, I think anything before the Bruin meta was pretty much where it started to go downhill, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Soon as they brought, because that was just like that step. That wasn't as OP as it is now, but like that was like the step in that direction.
Mm.
And then they just started putting shit gun after shit gun. That
Yeah.
just
Shit gun. It was after, I think, the Black Ops the Black Ops integration ruined it a bit as well, because they started methering all the Black Ops guns then, so people would go and buy Black Ops like a marketing scheme. I swear to God. Like, oh, the fucking FFAR's dead good. Oh, the AUG, oh, the M16, they're all Black Ops guns.
Yeah.
And no one bought Black Ops because it's clearly poo.
Yeah.
So in order to level them up efficiently, they'd have to go out and buy Black Ops. That's what I think. So I think
Yeah,
it's
and I think a lot of the time you've got like, so they brought an AUG camo out, they brought an FFR camo out, and
yeah,
like they meta those guns and make them pretty much impossible to use any other gun. So
hmm
that people are like forced to buy that battle like that pack because they're like, oh
yeah,
yeah, that camo's nice, so they buy it and obviously use it and whatever. But I
yeah,
was speaking to I think it was one of my previous guests a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about stuff like the stim glitch and other glitches that keep, coming back into the game. And we were having that discussion where we're thinking that they are literally releasing, because ultimately the stim glitch, like they make a game. Do you know what I mean? They're not stupid. They're intelligent people. Once you've
yeah,
taken it out once, it shouldn't be allowed back in. Like it's not. It'd be just coding or whatever. I mean, I'm not a
yeah,
genius, but that's what I assume.
yeah,
Now they, I'm pretty certain that I'm going full on, like I'm attacking them. Like I'm pretty certain every update they do, they add it in so that there's people like J God, there's people on TikTok that show you the glitch, so
yeah,
people want to play it, and then they take it out like 2-3 days in.
yeah. I agree.
They do it. They do it every single update. There's a glitch that comes back, invisibility glitch, or the stim glitch,
Yeah,
or like your ultimate stuns or whatever.
yeah,
They do it so that there's more people that want to view the game. The more views they get, even if it's negative publicity, still publicity in it. So they're
yeah,
still getting people interested. I just, yeah, that's why I've tried to like come away. I still play it, I still enjoy playing it, but yeah, not as much as I used to. I used to play it. You're talking 14 hours a day. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
When
yeah,
like you say, when it was the Kilo M4, that kind of thing.
yeah. It's definitely in a bad state at the minute, like, but we've been through bad states with it before. Snake
Yeah,
shots,
yeah,
snake shots,
exactly.
fire shopping.
Shotguns.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've
well,
pretty much seen it all. I think.
that's it.
Um, I seen that you're looking to get into like tournaments and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking to, like, I'm still not at that level yet. I don't think. I mean, I was doing quite well on it before I left the scene and went to GTA, and then that couple of like a month or whatever I'd done on GTA straight and not playing Warzone at all really took its toll on me. Like, I got back on after playing GTA and I was a bot. I had still slide cancel, don't get me wrong, but
Mm.
I could not shoot straight. My movement was ass. I was just a bot. So I'm working on it. Like, I'm getting back to the point where I was, but I want to go. I want to go past that. I want to get past that point so I can actually compete. I want to be out there with my name on the tournament pages and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it is
Yeah.
with Warzone. It's game time, innit? Like if you've
Mm.
got the natural, like if you've got gun skill, you just put a bit of game time in, and you're happy days. Like you say, you've took like big amount of time out where people have just grinded it, like grinded the shit out of it.
Mm.
So there's people that are putting in 15-hour shifts every day while you've had a month off. So of course they're going to
Yeah.
be, there's people going to be above. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but even with like tourneys and stuff, they're good for your streams and then people come in
Yeah.
and watch those tourneys, and so even if you're not necessarily winning them and you're still competing and whatever, it's still fun, obviously from an entertainer's perspective. So
Yeah. That's it. They're enjoyable to play as well. I've played a few in the past, but I only need adult nappies. Me, adult nappies at the ready. I start
getting nervous.
shaking like a Jack Russell curl and one out.
Hey, no, I played a 1v1 CMG this morning, right?
Yeah.
And the guy died and we were joint on kills, joint on damage as well. Fucking hell, I was nervous. It was only for like 250 as well, but fucking hell,
Yeah,
I
it's
was
like
shaking. Nervous times, man.
it's funny because I know how it feels.
um, we'll go to the next part of the questions. So we'll talk about the best content moment to date. So we'll split this up into two.
Yeah.
Because like you say, you've had success from Warzone and from GTA.
hmm
So I'd kind of like to hear from both if you've got an example of that.
The biggest like achievement that I've ever done in Warzone probably like stems from GTA, to be honest, because I've never really done anything in Warzone. I've always played it for fun, you know what I mean, and then dabbled in tournaments here and there. So I've never really experienced any glory or anything. I've never really, besides getting pooed on by bigger players, like, and going, "Oh my god, look who's just killed me," sort of thing. I think the biggest achievement and like the most proud moment I've had playing Warzone was probably getting involved with like the likes of Delio, Louis CM, Dukies. I've played games with Wuskin, you know what I mean? It's like these people I've watched on stream and I've thought, oh my god, I'd love to be them. They're doing this as a job, they're living their life, fucking smashing this game. And then the next thing, I'm sitting in a party with them, ready to drop into the dance. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Mm,
what the fuck's going on here? That's probably like my highest moment in Warzone, but that still happens today. Like I still play with Louis and Delio every now and then.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But and then I think GTA, too many moments to even think. Like I've had so much fun on that game. Like I'd never knock it to anyone. It's so good. But I was just trying to think of like a standout moment in GTA roleplay that I've a class as like my best content. It's probably going absolutely militant on that server, on that CMG server. That was probably the best moment. Like that's the biggest clip I've ever put out there, and it's actually like I think it's on like 20k views now or something like that. So it's probably that. I mean, it was in bad taste, obviously, because I was breaking rules, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I mean, I know the server's very busy because it's very occupied at that time because it was blowing up. But I was getting abused that day on that server, and I was asking for admins, and I was getting no response. So I just lost the plot at the end of the day. I was like, do you know what? If you aren't going to fucking do nothing about it, then I'll do something about it. So I just whipped my AK out and went militant, and that was it. Like I tried and tried to do it the right way, and obviously, I'm not saying it's the admin's fault, like the shit admins and all that. All I'm saying is I didn't get a response that day from them. So
Yeah.
what do you want me to do? Just carry on with my day and just let people bully me online? Not a chance, mate, to getting their heads took off with AKs. So that's probably my best moment in GTA by far.
Funny, man. Funny. But like we've touched on, you've found that success from like a game like GTA, and then obviously been able to move back to Warzone and carry the people that you've sort of met through GTA and help grow your Warzone. Like you say, you're playing now with people like Delio,
Yeah,
Luciem and Muskins and that, and it's people that ultimately you've created something huge on GTA. They've wanted to be involved, they've got involved in, and
yeah,
that's a friendship that you've grown.
yeah. Honestly,
Um,
though, like even though they've been like idols in a sense to us, and we've watched them over the years or over the whatever time, I honestly see like I love them all. I love Jukies, I love Wuskin, I love Scraps, I love all the people who I've interacted with, all the people that I've met on GTA. I love them all, but the only two that are like are class as true friends, like I actually see them as my friends, is Louis CM and Delio. Them two have done more than anyone to help me and Jay. Me and Jay both see them as like mates. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean that doesn't mean the rest of them aren't our mates. Like we'd give them the time of day whenever, but them two are the ones that we've stuck with. Like we still speak to today, whereas we won't really speak to the others as much. You know what I mean?
yeah. I think, like you say, they're
That's
the people that have kind of supported you and
yeah,
offered you
yeah,
that
yeah.
support, especially when you're
That's it.
growing.
Yeah,
from
that's the
people
one.
within those massive communities like Delio and Lucy M have, even
Mm,
like a raid or whatever. They're huge. They are,
yeah,
you know.
so,
So
like
um,
it's mad.
so this might tie into what we've just kind of spoken about there. But we'll go into the best person that you've worked with within the scene. And then obviously just a bit of an explanation why.
Um, Probably Delio, to be fair. Like them 2 weeks on CMG with Delio, we're just, even now when we go on GTA now, we're just a pair of little bastards basically, and we just love fucking with people. Like we were on the same wavelength all the time.
Yeah,
Like he'd always go, "Mouse, go over there and do that," and I'd go over and he'd just be pissing his sides, or I'd be somewhere else and he'd just turn up and start doing stuff, and then we just, it was like, it was weird. It was a weird like connection what we had. It was mad, but yeah, I'd probably say Dell. Dell's been like the, I mean, obviously I've had Jay as well, which is like, he's been like brother in arms with GTA. If it weren't for Jay, I would not be sitting here on this podcast now. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, because before we blew up, there was a server that we were on, and I got banned off it as per usual, following suit as I do. And he was on it with a couple of other lads, and I didn't want to be the guy to go, "Oh, you have to get off that server because I'm banned. Come to this server," because they were actually enjoying it. So
yeah,
I just slipped away me and just carried on playing Warzone and just went back to me little 3 viewer streams and stuff. And Jay was starting to pick up pace, and he kept casing me and casing me every other day. Get back on GTA, get back on GTA. We miss you, and I was just like. And then I remember one day he put a tweet up. He put a video up of him getting banned on that same server, and I was like, do you know what? I might have another little go with them now if they find another server. And that's when we found CMG, and then that was it. But if it weren't for Jay casing me, I wouldn't have ever went back to GTA because I was pissed off with it that I got banned for such a stupid reason. So
yeah. But I think, like you say, that sort of solidifies your friendship that you've got with Jay, man. Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, man, I'd do anything for Jay. Honestly, I'd kill people for him.
so it's that kind of friendship that, like you say, he's succeeding, but he wants to see people succeed with him as well.
Yeah, yeah,
See the
exactly.
people that are closest around him to obviously get that success.
Yeah,
And there's not a lot of people within this scene that would be happy to sort of share that moral and
yeah,
share that support with the people closest to him. A lot of people just see the success and pretty much ditch a hell of a lot of people that they started with.
yeah. They do.
And I don't respect that at all, to be honest. I'm more of a, you respect the people that kept you from the beginning. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly the way I feel, mate. And another thing as well, like I'm not saying I'm gonna, but if I ever blow up, if I ever become famous, I'll always be the same me. I'll always talk to the same people who I know. I'll never ever have this ego on me head where I'm like, ah, yeah, I'm fucking them off now. I'm too big for them and all that stuff. It's just, I just can't be like that. I just don't know. I'm just a dickhead, scally scouser at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how big I get. I'll still be the same person. I'll still talk to the same people. If someone gives me respect and treats me with respect, then I'll treat that person with respect exactly the same. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm this big streamer. Don't talk to me. Not one of them. I just,
Yeah,
I just couldn't be like that. Me.
but that's where you see that the people that have that same mentality are the ones that will blow up.
Mm,
One, quicker, but two, like are able to maintain the viewers and that sort of thing when they actually get the people in, because like you say, you show them respect, or the people show you respect, sorry, in the chat and that, and then you show that same respect. People, regardless of how big you are, if you're that same person's showing every single person within that stream respect, of course people are going to stay about, of course people are going to enjoy it.
yeah.
And I think that's, like you say, I think a lot of people that get that sort of instant success aren't able to maintain it because they turn into, like, they're thinking they're Billy Big Bollocks, like,
Mm,
thinking that they run. Like you say, you and Jay could have gone down a completely different path with the CMG stuff and walking around that server thinking you ran it, and you know anyone new that tried to play with you, you just be like, no, like,
mm-hmm.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where you were pretty much open arms to everybody playing with you, like, you know, the amount of times where I was even trying to set it up and I'm in Discord with you, Jay,
Yeah.
Jade, and that, and it's like I was not even on the server yet, and you guys are still like, get yourself on, helping me out, um, and that shows a lot about character, man.
It does,
Hell
yeah.
of a lot about character.
We just wanted everyone to get involved. Like, we didn't expect it to blow up. We just wanted a lot more people on the server that we knew and we liked and we could vibe with, you know what I mean? We didn't, I don't know, we didn't even, like, I remember sitting in a Discord with Jay and he's going, lad, I think fucking Delio and Jukies and all that are getting on tomorrow. And I was like, what? And we were just gobsmacked, you know what I mean? Sitting there late at night just talking about it, like, what the fuck's going on? And then when we did first play with them all and we were talking to them all and having a laugh with them in the cars and stuff, and then we got off for the night, we would go into a Discord and just sit there going like, lad, what the fuck's going on? We're sitting here in cars with people we've watched on Twitch for months and months and months, years, like looked up to.
Yeah.
It was like I was starstruck, me, honestly. I know it sounds stupid because I've only met them in a game and I'm only talking to them over the internet, but it's a privilege, honestly, mate. It's like, I've looked up to them people for so long playing Warzone. So was Jay. He's a big COD player, and he was a COD player before he was a GTA streamer. So it was just a madness, mate. It was like a dream. Best 2 weeks I've ever had in gaming, probably. That's the MG phase, but
And I bet like from like yourself, from your perspective, when like you say the next night and they're like, yeah, let's all jump on it at this time, and you're still, does that starstruck like carry on even like 6 or 7 days down the line?
yeah, it does.
You're playing with them every night and you're still like,
no, it does. It does.
What the fuck's going on?
It really does. Like, I remember when I first met Cuddy, Thumbless Cuddy, and he was he was having like an in-game beef with Dell, and Dell tried to introduce me to him, and he just fucked me off. So I started like, you're a fucking knobhead, who's he fucking right? And all that, and like, I thought he doesn't like me for some reason. And then when I got to know Cuddy, he's just like that. He just loves the banter, you know what I mean? He weren't like being horrible or nasty to me because he's a proper nice guy. Like, I've spoke to him after that since, and he's probably one of the funniest people. He's got like such a unique sense of humor. That's just, I can't explain it. You just really can't explain him, but it doesn't stop. Like, even now, still to this day, sometimes when I like go into Discords with them, it just hits you. Like, it won't at first. You'll just be sitting there talking like to your mates, and then you suddenly realise, and you're like, hold on, I'm sitting in fucking Discord here with Delio and Louis Sherman and shit like that. What's going on? But it's a weird feeling, very weird feeling. But it does stay with you for a good 5-6 days. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sat with them 12 hours the night before, and then the next day you get on, you're like, that shitting yourself up.
Yeah.
Playing with the big boys again, shit.
So we'll get on to the next question. So again, it kind of links into the same question that we've had, but we're going to go sort of the reverse of it. So if you could work with one person within the scene, so someone that you've not already worked with, who would it be and then why? This could be an org as well. So if you wanted to do it as like an org that you wanted to work with, or again, just a single person.
An org or a single person. What scene are we talking? Like the Warzone scene?
Any scene.
Any scene.
Any scene that you want.
It'd probably be like someone funky, like I don't know, Dr. Disrespect or someone like that. Someone who's a proper character. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just someone that's just off his
He's
nut.
He's a loose cannon. He's boss. Like, he makes me howl. He's so funny. I reckon
them high kicks in his in his transitions.
This little mullet wig he's got on his shades and that. He's boss. Like, it'd probably be him. I mean, I was thinking Shroud, but I think if I linked up with Shroud, I'd just be sitting there in awe, staring at the monitor while he claps heads. Whereas Dr. Disrespect, he's a character, he's nuts. You'd probably have a scream with him if you went out for a bevy with him, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that from a gaming perspective, if you were to watch them, like you say, you've got someone like Shroud who's just like unreal at any game he plays. He's just talented. Where, like you say, you've got someone like Doctor Disrespect who's just a character that you'd be sat there like laughing
Yeah,
like the whole time, regardless of
yeah.
the gameplay. Like you'd have a sick time.
It would be funny.
Right, so this is the final question, but we will go on to we'll get people in the chat involved afterwards.
So
So we'll get a couple of because there's a hell of a lot of Scousers in the chat.
yes,
So
boy.
I'm sure they'll have a couple of questions for you, but we'll go on to the last question from myself. So we spoke about it briefly before, but you're on an island,
Yeah.
3 items. Do you know what we'll say actually? 3 items, and you got one person to stay with you.
One person and 3 items.
Obviously you got to survive. This isn't like a
That's it,
short-term
yeah.
thing. This is life.
I was
Done.
gonna say, so it can't be me dog, me setup, and me internet. It's gotta be something like something that I use all the time and I need to survive. Probably pom bears. Big bag of pom bear.
Yeah.
Big bag of pom bears. Yeah. Can I take me dog? It's me dog.
I'll let you take your dog
Me
for one
dog.
of your items.
An
It can be
item,
one of
yeah.
your items.
So me
Yeah.
dog, pom bears.
This is tough. What's your dog gonna eat, by the way? Is your dog gonna eat the pom bears as well?
yeah, we live on a diet of
Yeah,
pom bears.
so.
Both of us would be happy with that. Pom bears and Monster Energy. Big supply of Monster Energy. Just be cracked out of our minds all the time with the dog. And the person I'd take with me for this horrible, horrible adventure would probably be Joshy. Me IRL from the Warzone days before all this happened. Like, he's been there since the start and he's still there now. Still play with him. He's me boy.
Just get fucking cracked off
Yeah, me
Monster
and
and
Josh
just
would have a
vibe.
fucking amazing time with my dog, pom bears, and loads of monster slag cancelling around the island.
Hey, I'm not. That's down to you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
sounds like a good time to me. You'd probably hate it, like.